People everywhere want to get rich, but if you start out with very little or no money, that's probably not possible, right? You have to have money to make money, as the old saying goes. If you don't have any money to start with, you might think that it is impossible for you to get rich. But did you know that it is possible to get rich starting from nothing? Even if you don't have much money, you can still take steps to build up a certain amount of wealth over time. Grant Cardone, who has helped people and businesses make more money for 35 years and wrote the Millionaire Booklet, has always said that anyone can get rich. Even those of you who are sitting at home on that couch you bought from Target or are currently crammed in the subway like sardines. You can get rich no matter where you come from, who you are, what you own, or what you do. So even if you start with nothing, you can get rich. In this video, I'm about to share 8 tips to becoming rich according to Grant Cardone. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Step number 1. Change the way you think. You see, you don't have to come from a rich family to be wealthy. And even if you're not the smartest, you can still be rich. Many people want to become millionaires, but only a few do. And that is because not all of them are willing to take the first step, and that is changing your mindset. Your life as a millionaire starts on the day you finally change your mind, not only on your current situation, school, and job, but also the way you think has kept you from getting rich. If you keep thinking that you'll never make it, you're practically digging your own grave. So start telling yourself today that you can do it, and see for yourself the little changes that will happen along the way. Step number 2. Do some calculations. For instance, you want to make your first $1 million. Think about how many different ways there are to achieve this. For instance, if you are able to sell something for $100 to 10,000 people, then you just made $1 million. And if that item would cost around $200 and you sold it to 5,000 people, you'll get the same results. Thanks to the internet and e-commerce like eBay or Facebook ads, it is now possible to widen your target market, allowing you to reach a large number of customers. It's not enough to say I want to get rich over and over again. The most important thing to do to get rich is to make a plan and write it out. In many ways, making a financial strategy is not only the beginning of a project, but also what determines how well it will turn out. Say you want to open a coffee shop, for example. A good plan for your business endeavor should answer the questions below, like how much do you want to make in the first, second, and third year? How many customers a week do you need to reach that goal? And how much money do you have to spend in order to get that flow of customers, etc.? Your financial plan should, of course, have as many options as possible. Aside from this, a good financial plan should be like a Monopoly box, as it should have the words unexpected and probability in it. Step number 3. Create multiple income streams. You shouldn't put all of your eggs in one basket, as the old saying goes. This implies, more importantly, your financial lifestyle. In fact, a millionaire usually has 7 different ways to make money. Why? When you spread out what you have, you make your money more stable and help it grow faster. With this, you need at least 3 different ways to make money. For example, you can choose to invest in a financial product, sell things on the internet, start a blog, invest in the stock market, or spend your free time teaching a language online. You can also rent a house and turn it into an Airbnb or something similar. One tip to get started is to think of the ways to make money with the things or properties you already own. Step number 4. Find a skill that pays well. A high-income skill is one that lets you make at least $10,000 per month. And why should you learn a skill that makes you a lot of money? Because by doing so, you make your skill the capital for earning more money. To start, find one thing you really like to do, or perhaps a hobby you know you're really good at. And from there, figure out how to do it better. Then you have to find customers who need what you're selling. Let's say you decide to engage in copywriting. Copywriting is the process of writing advertising materials that try to get people to do something. That means writing ads, sales pages, Facebook ads, emails, and other marketing materials. The money that freelance copywriters make is so different, depending on the skill set, company budget, and other matters. One freelancer might make less than 15K a month, while other makes more than $2 million. So, how do you become one? At first, you do have to learn, but you can find a lot of good information on the internet for free. You can save time though by buying a good course and a lot of books on copywriting. The second step is to find people who need your copywriting service and sell it to them. You could, for example, help them improve their website content. By doing that, you help them get more people to buy from them. Basically, it's a win-win situation from here. Nowadays, everything seems to be solved by the internet. So if copywriting isn't your niche, you don't need to worry. There are actually a lot of things you can do online that will help you make more money, and here are a few. Make content like a blog, a YouTube channel, or anything else you can share on social media. You can also buy and sell things on eBay and other online marketplaces. Learn how to code and make or fix websites. Learn how to do SEO. This term may be foreign to you, but as you learn along the twists and turns of SEO, you'll be amazed at how expensive you can become by learning the skill. Find deals with products like Instagram or YouTube that let you put ads on your channels or products. And lastly, use social media platforms to find business opportunities and calls. So, before we move on to our next step, can you now say that it is possible to get rich from nothing? Have you used the steps mentioned to look at how you spend and make money? If so, what do you think you've learned so far? We'd love to hear what you think about all of this as we all try to help each other out. And going back, step number 5, be with the right people. We often hang out with people who may bring us down because they are in our comfort zone. If you strive to be something more, you need to hang out with people who are already where you want to be or on their way there. These people will help you identify your target market and bring you income by determining the people who need your services or products. They would advise you something like this. For instance, if you want to sell things and ingredients for making cake, join Facebook groups or communities that are made for bakers and chefs. If you've decided to sell Rolex watches, you can start investing by going to high-end places in the city. Finance and business in general are hard to understand from the outside if you're trying to figure out if an investment or company startup plan is right or wrong, safe or risky. It's hard for the average person to tell if an investment is profitable or not. For example, there are many factors that affect how well an investment fund performs and what its true value is. If you do it yourself, you run the risk of putting your money into risky and unprofitable investments and of not being able to choose the plan that's best fit for your financial or business needs. With that being said, you need to be around the right people. These are experts who know how to make the right decision based on the thousands of technical issues that any entrepreneur faces on a daily basis. Step number 6. Save money. Let's say that you follow the tips above and you finally got your first paycheck. As soon as you laid your hands on it, you started spending it everywhere. If you're a heavy spender, I have bad news for you. You need to learn how to save. You'll be tempted to get at least a little satisfaction, so I suggest that you only spend a certain amount on this purpose and save and/or invest the rest. Don't waste your money on useless things like vacations in the tropics, which you can always do later. Also, don't buy expensive cars, watches, dinners, or meals at starred restaurants. Ask yourself if that 60-inch TV is really that important to buy, or if that 170 horsepower German sedan is really worth the expense, given that you already have a TV and a car that are, well, fully functional. Step number 7. Invest. As soon as you start generating income, you'll want to live it up and spend your money right away. There's nothing wrong with this, but put your new earnings in a separate account and don't count them. Instead, think of them only as money for new investments and not for taking vacations or buying unnecessary things. Don't focus on just one investment. This is the first thing you should always remember. The golden rule is to diversify, which means investing in more than one source of income. The different sources of income you can have are stocks, bonds, ETFs and mutual funds, 401k, IRAs, real estate, businesses, and precious metals. Choosing 2 or 3 from these sources of income is the safest way to go. If one source goes bad, the other should do well, which will help you cut your losses. It's hard for all of these investments to go down, but it's not impossible. Let me give you an example of this worst-case scenario. Imagine you have $10,000 to invest. You decide to put $1,000 into 10 different things, including Microsoft, which has been very successful. Let's say that all of your other investments fail and you lose everything. But your investment in Microsoft did well, and with that, you would still have $500,000 in your pocket. Now imagine if all 10 of your investments didn't fail. This is why it's good to diversify. Also, you can seek financial help. Unfortunately, in America, only 29% use a financial advisor, while 65% do not. Working with a qualified advisor is a great way to make sure you're making the right choices about your money. A financial advisor can help you choose investments, make a budget, and figure out how to reach your goals. When you're ready to start investing, you can use that money and they can help you get the most out of it. Step number 8. Be allergic to debt. Unless your last name is Gates or Buffett, you will always find someone with more money, more things, and more vacations than you. This way of thinking will make you feel like you have to keep up with those people who make more money than you do. And from here, you will feel like you have to spend more than what you can afford, which is what people call debt. If you're in debt, you're a slave to the bank. You have to work to pay them and keep up your standard of living, maybe even at a job you don't even like. This is why you should never borrow if you want to start your own business or do a project but don't need to go into debt to do it. Start this project only when you can pay for all of it on your own. This way, you won't be taking any risks, and the lack of money forces us to find creative solutions to our problems. It's not as hard as you might think to be financially successful. It's almost impossible to get rich without working or doing anything. But with commitment, criteria, and determination, you can actually make your first million. Now, think about how your choices with money affect your life. What can money bring you in terms of happiness and stress? How can it help you and others? And can it ruin your life? Once you have enough money to cover your basic needs, spend time and energy developing yourself. Then do something useful and help others. If you want to change your life, stop making excuses and start working. Because guess what? No one else will do it for you. And there you have it. The 8 easy steps to become rich from nothing. If you enjoyed this video, then you will probably learn a lot more from watching this other video. Tricks to getting rich with a low salary. If you click on the screen right now, you can go and watch that. Do you want to learn more on how to thrive wisely? What videos would you want to watch next? Feel free to comment down below. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.